Finn, what are these?
Logs.
Logs. We're gonna get them chopped up today. How cool is that? These logs are from my house and a few of my neighbors' houses. The trees came down for a variety of reasons, but ever since I had the last ones milled up, I've wanted to do it again. Another one of my neighbors also had a few trees taken down and heard that's what I did with my last batch, and he decided to get in on it too.
Very clean. How are we doing, sir? Good morning.
But where do we put these slabs, you ask? I put together a quick rack of 2 6x6s and 6 4x4s. The 6x6s are leveled with crushed stone and 4x4s are placed across them to support the boards. The way these mills can easily manipulate the logs to get them in good positions for milling is impressive. It also helps that Robert knows what he's doing. This is Robert, by the way. We used a portion of this log to make stickers for the stack. That way airflow can get through and the logs can dry properly. All of the cut sizes can be precisely dialed in cut by cut. So if you have specific needs like beams versus boards versus quarter saw material, try and keep that in mind during the milling. I mostly got 6/4 and 10/4 material. Last one! The maple that used to be over there is now here. I was really interested to see what was in this one. The tree had been dropping limbs for years, and I'd always had some sort of spalting in the branches. Say hi, everybody. Howdy. That reminds me, the most important part of lumber milling is getting help. My neighbors have always been very understanding of some of my odd hobbies, or at least louder hobbies, but this is one that always seems to entice more people to try it out. Oh, and always feed your crew. That's essential. This is my best Mac Pomona impression. This is what we had after all was said and done. A semi-neatly piled stack of fresh milled lumber. There was, of course, more cleaning up to do. As with any good woodworking project, there was sawdust left over at the end. Moving all the lumber was tiring work, and I decided to leave the sawdust for the next day. This is what I found when I woke up. Apparently the pile was a nice playground for some local fox cubs. Right, here we go. Look, a stack of charcuterie boards. The last piece I had to deal with was the workbench top. I had already spent a bunch of time laminating up pallet wood to start my workbench top. So for the second half, I decided to just cut a super thick slab and drop it on there. Honestly, I don't know how Jackman does it. Normally a slab like this takes months, if not years, to dry, but I'm impatient and this one is just for a workbench top. And it's heavy with the water still in it. I was originally going to leave it live edge, but the bark wasn't in the best shape, so I just squared it off. This is what we got. Alright, I don't know if you can see this or not. If you sight down the board, there is just a little bit of a bend. It's not perfectly flat on the bottom here, so I might shim under a couple of these 4x4s. This looks a little bit better. I feel like if I go any further in the middle, it's not going to even out. But I think we're in better shape than we were. Milling yard trees into lumber can be a lot of fun. It can be cost effective and a way to keep your lumber stock for your hobby stocked. That's horrible. Things to remember. Get help. Make a day of it. Many hands make for a fun and enjoyable day. The more people you have, the more fun you'll have. Number 2. Prep as much as you can beforehand. Lumber rack, idea of what kind of cut you want, stickers, tarps for sawdust. The better you prep, the easier the day will go. And number 3, lots of water and food. The work's not bad with multiple people, but keep everyone fed and happy.